youth bulge and a youth population. I have tournament right now in Muranga County. The youths I'm speaking to, graduates, are in the villages, seated, not doing much. Can we focus on the youth in your ministry and maybe in the Ministry of Agriculture?
Senator Cherargei, Samson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sam, I've heard Waziri Ruku saying that there are people being investigated in NYS over corruption, which is okay by EACC. What I need to know from him, because we know the history of NYS with corruption is synonymous. As a minister and as a ministry, what strategies has he put in place, Mr. Speaker, to avert any misappropriation of funds within the NYS? And Mr. Speaker, in line with that, is there, he should say something about the young people, especially the youth, concerning the internship program under Public Service Commission, which is under him, Mr. Speaker. And in all honesty and fairness, is to advise him government does not do business anywhere in the world. Is it in order for him to retract that statement that he's making? I know he has been busy campaigning in Beira North, which is understandable, but he must retract that statement. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Cherargei, your question has no relationship with what is happening in any part of the country. You ask a question in good faith, so that the CS can answer you in ultimate good faith, right? This is the last one, Senator David Wakoli.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. Mine is just to find out from the good minister that the numbers of graduates from NYS is quite encouraging, and the police and the army are about to recruit these young people who have gone halfway training in the military courses. I want to know from the minister, how many are we going to tap from these NYS? Because from our interaction with them, they are professionals. They are plumbers, electricians, drivers, chefs, and it's important that when they are recruiting, we need to know how many and from which region, so that it is clearly equal across the country, so that our forces are equally united when they meet in the battlefield. Thank you, and welcome.
CS, you can proceed to answer the questions.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for these more questions. And thank you for the good work which the Senate is doing to keep Kenyans informed, and us, those who are in executive, that we are accountable to our day-to-day activities in our offices. Mr. Speaker, the fireability framework, whether the company that we are registering, National Youth Service is just registering, whether it is fireable. Mr. Speaker, I want to also speak now as a student of business, because, Mr. Speaker, I have spent quite a number of years in School of Business, about 6 years, trained in Bachelor of Commerce as well as Masters of Business Administration in Finance. And I'm able to analyze keenly, not only when we get experts from University of Nairobi to advise us on whether this can be fireable or not, but also myself sitting as a minister and also as someone who has been involved in entrepreneurship in the past before I joined Parliament. Mr. Speaker, I want to state categorically, without fear of contradiction, that indeed this is an extremely viable venture. It's an opportunity that National Youth Service is not utilizing. The resources which we have as government cannot continue financing paramilitary training, the taxpayers' money, paramilitary training in Gilgil, vocational training in our many 22 TIFET institutes which National Youth Service trainees are sent to, that the Kenyan taxpayer money is the one which we are using to pay for the training of these recruits. Mr. Speaker, we have to think out of the box. We have to ask ourselves, what is this National Youth Service as it is established by the Act of Parliament? What is this it can do to scoop the cream of the market? And we have a lot that it can do to scoop the cream of the market. Mr. Speaker, sir, the government of Kenya, through presidential initiative of 15 billion tree planting across the country, is a very ambitious program and an extremely important program for landscape restoration of our country so that we can avert the effect of climate change. Mr. Speaker, sir, if you go to Yatta training camp, we have first land belonging to National Youth Service, land which can be used to plant seedling, to germinate seedling, Mr. Speaker. And those seedlings can be sold at the market price so that that government program, National Youth Service can take advantage of and earn money, money which will go into training of more youth of our country. That's just one example, simple example, of just selling seedlings across the Republic of Kenya. It is fire, Mr. Speaker. Today, if you go to Yatta, there are more than 3,000 seedlings for ash avocado, which is one of the best variety of avocado in the country, which is earning huge amount of money from Murang'a County and many other counties through selling of avocado in outside the country, in China market and many other markets. Germination of ash avocado can bring us money which we can utilize to grow the activities, the training of the young people. Mr. Speaker, we cannot continue training only 18,000 young people every financial year. This country has millions of young people who can be trained at National Youth Service. We want to grow this training from 18,000 to even 500,000 every year, if it is possible, so that young people can get skills. The skills development is extremely important for ensuring this country.
Just one moment, Cabinet Secretary. What is your clarification, Senator Eddy?
Mr. Speaker, I'm not being impatient. I have asked a very specific question. The CS has spent a lot of time talking about the rationale for why they want to start this company. I have asked about the viability of this company. And the viability here, Mr. Speaker, if you allow me, what product is this company going to engage in? As the CS looked at the market potential for that product, as the CS look at the revenue streams for that product, because we don't want a situation whereby a company is going to be formed to do everything in this country, to grow ash avocado, to go and grow sugarcane, to go and sell, I don't know, alcohol. I want a specific product that this company is going to do so that you tell us whether it is profitable as a company and can be able to deal with the problem of placing the 100,000 young people who don't have jobs and even pay them if they're going to be employees of that company. Whatever he's saying is not a viability framework. He's still giving us rationale. I don't want that. I want the viability framework for this company that they're proposing.
Senator Cherargei.
Mr. Speaker, you're not understanding Order 58. We have understood the background of what the CS is saying. We have understood. Mr. Speaker, the questions, we want precise answers. Number one, this is not a lecture room. Two, Mr. Speaker, Under the Company Act, there is what we call objects of a company. What I've heard the CS saying, we'll grow the seedlings, 3 seedlings, 15 billion trees, which is okay. We'll grow us avocados, which is okay. We'll do construction, we'll do blah, 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 blah. This is not a abracadabra company. The Company Act, CAF 480 laws of Kenya, is very clear. Before you establish a company, Mr. Speaker, you must have aim and objectives. Can the CS be precise, Mr. Speaker, so that we can move with other businesses of the House? I thank you.
Senator Eddy and Senator Cherargei, I must confess that you did not give the CS an opportunity to conclude his submission. He was probably coming to that. If you had actually been patient, as you stated, Eddy, probably was transitioning to the viability of the company. So let's give him an opportunity to answer. Don't jump the horses. But, Cabinet Secretary, please proceed.
Can I proceed, Mr. Speaker? Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Cherargei and Senator Ketch. These are my very good friends. Mr. Speaker, the object of the company is to do business in the following areas. 1, engineering and mechanization services. 2, construction services. 3, agricultural production. 4, agri-value addition. 5, hospitality services. 6, garment and textile. 7, security services. 8, development services. Mr. Speaker,
Senators, let us hear the CS in silence. You've asked the question, let him answer. Proceed, Cabinet Secretary.
Mr. Speaker, it is clear, it is straight, it is precise. Mr. Speaker, on the that the government must not spend money a question from Senator Kenywa, that we have lost, the government has lost 2 billion Kenyan shilling and is a matter under the investigation. Mr. Speaker, I never said anywhere that NYS has lost 2 billion Kenyan shilling. What I said, Mr. Speaker, I want this to be on record, is that there is an investigation going on by EACC, and the EACC, they are estimating that there's likelihood National Youth Service has lost 2 billion Kenya shilling. And that is the investigation which is going on to unearth whether it is true or not. And we are saying the investigation is active. We will get the report from EACC. And once we have the report from EACC, we will report to Kenyans, we will report to this Parliament, Mr. Speaker. Question from Senator Veronica. Mr. Speaker, to confirm whether it is possible for my ministry, the Ministry of Public Service, Human Capital Development and Special Program, to be youth-focused. Mr. Speaker, all ministries operate through executive order. Executive order which is issued by the President by the end of state and end of government. The mandate which the Ministry of Public Service, Human Capital Development and Special Programs has been given by the President, who is the head of government, is clear. And that is what I am focusing on as a minister. And I cannot deviate from the executive order, Mr. Speaker. However, having said that, the Ministry of Public Service is charged with the responsibility of internships. And at the moment, we are in process of ensuring that by January this year, 100,000 young people will be included in an internship program. At the moment, Mr. Speaker, we have 3,800. You can imagine moving from 3,800 every year to 100,000 is a huge step forward, so that we can be able to get many young people who are graduating from colleges and universities getting opportunities to get trained in different government institutions, and thereafter, after 1 year, they can be employed in other sectors, Mr. Speaker. So the Ministry of Public Service is ensuring that there is a internship program from 3,800 to 100,000 to take care of the needs of young people, who many of them are not getting these opportunities as it is at the moment. That's the effort which we are working on as a ministry, and also the effort of ensuring the National Youth Service in January this year will recruit 40,000 young people in training. The Ministry of Youth has also its own initiatives, Mr. Speaker, and there are quite a number of initiatives under the Ministry of Youth. Mr. Speaker, the strategies which the ministry or the government is using to ensure that there will be no corruption at National Youth Service. As I said, Mr. Speaker, I instructed PPRA, Public Procurement and Regulatory Authority, to do a thorough audit from the year 2018 all the way to now, which they have just completed, and we are analyzing that report so that we can take the necessary actions to ensure we strengthen the governance structure of National Youth Service. Also, the involvement of EACC, Mr. Speaker, which is an active matter at the moment, is also a process and strategy of ensuring NYS will not be taken to ICU, that it will continue having good health so that it can be able to conduct its business as it's stipulated in the National Youth Service Act. My good senator has asked how many National Youth Service graduates will be recruited in KDF and in police. Mr. Speaker, there is a presidential directive. The President of Kenya gave a directive during the graduation ceremony at Gilgil this year in August 27 that National Police Service is going to recruit 4,000 trainees and graduates from National Youth Service. Out of the 10,000 recruits this year, 4,000 will come from National Youth Service. And I think that is quite impressive, and we continue to thank the President for his leadership in that direction. I thank you, Mr. Speaker. Is there a question, Mr. Speaker, that I've...
Honorable Senators, I think we had concluded the question time. Yeah. Point of clarification? Yes, Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable CS. I think that's a good idea to recruit the 4,000 NYS soldiers to the police service. But maybe how will this be done? And the time that they left off, they left maybe the training. Will you be considering those who left earlier, or maybe even those who have left this year? So what system will you use to, sorry, Waziri, I was asking, this is a good idea of recruiting the 4,000 NYS guys. But I was asking, maybe you must be also careful and also to make it very open from which year will you be starting to recruit? Because you know there are those who left 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, even others left the training this year. So will you maybe, if the age is 26 years, will you be as much as possible try to recruit those who left earlier so that also they don't surpass the 25 years before they are recruited to the police force?
Senator Cherargei, what is your intervention?
Mr. Speaker, I would have expected Waziri to be precise with an eye of a military marksman, because, Mr. Speaker, I asked a very simple question. That one, what are strategies that he has put in place to fight corruption in NYS? That was my very specific question. He has said audit. What has he put in place? And on that question, Mr. Speaker, I had asked what place, Mr. Speaker, you and me know, even in Garissa, there are so many young people who do not have opportunities. The minister has just given a blanket statement by saying the ministry has many youth initiatives. Can he tell us about maybe internship, about junior secondary school confirmation, Mr. Speaker, about Nyota program, about Asila Fund? Can he be precise? Because we have, Mr. Speaker, you and me, when you go to Garissa, young people in Garissa will take you to task and ask you, what is it for the youth that the government is doing? Can he be precise?
Thank you,
Waziri
Senator.
Ruku.
Thank you, Senator. Cabinet Secretary, please respond.
Starting with the Deputy Speaker, Mr. Speaker, there is a matrix which will be announced to the public to use to recruit the 4,000 graduates from National Youth Service for them to get into National Police Service. That matrix will involve what these graduates trained, because most of them, I mean, they did different courses at National Youth Service. They graduated different tiers. They attained different grades. All these will be published to the public so that we can be transparent as possible. And also all the regions will be taken care of, Mr. Speaker, out of these 4,000 who will be recruited in National Police Service. The strategies which Honorable Senator Cherargei is pushing very hard, and I thank you, Senator. Digitization of the National Youth Service operations is something that we have stressed on. At the moment, no paperwork in terms of all the procurement activities going on in National Youth Service. To ensure we can be able to have a proper trail, we can be able to sense where there may be acts of corruption as early as possible. And that's why we were able to stop those 3 individuals who we have mentioned here before it became, it went out of hand, Mr. Speaker. So digitization is one of the strategies and effort which we are ensuring we are putting in place in National Youth Service. And not only in National Youth Service, but also in the entire Ministry of Public Service. The other program for the youth, as I have mentioned, as Senator Cherargei has said, as far as the question of Senator Veronica is concerned, I said we have many government programs which are being implemented by government to involve young people from kazi majuu to employment through kazi mitaani, to affordable housing program, to internship programs, to Nyota program. All these are in effort of ensuring that our young people are engaged, to even the 30% procurement opportunities for the young people. All these are efforts to ensure young people are actively engaged economically, and they are all considered by the effort which government is putting in place. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Cabinet Secretary. Honorable Senators, we have come to the conclusion of the question and answers by the Cabinet Secretary, Geoffrey Ruku, and I want to take this opportunity, Cabinet Secretary, to thank you for your presence here today and for responding to the questions raised by the senators. And I also want to wish you all the best in your new duties. And we may let you go now. Thank you, Cabinet Secretary.
Mr. Speaker, I take this opportunity to thank all the senators for your time and for the questions. And it is our responsibility, those who are in executive, to ensure we give Kenyans correct information on what